Okay, so for this first video, let's start kind of simple, and I'll just show how quickly, hopefully, we can get to a kind of nice ambient track based on the random starting point. Every time you open the app, you get a new track with random notes, and we can hear what that sounds like. Just start it. And this is playing with the synthesizer voice, the standard, it's a pure sine wave. We can see that here with the synthesizer. And you also get a random tonality. The scale is just picked randomly at the start, along with all the notes. So let's change the loop length by resizing the window. Sounds kind of cool. Let's open up a new track. I'll copy these settings, create a new track, and then paste them. And let's offset this one in rhythm. Now let's just start them together. That sounds kind of good. Let's create a new track, a third track. Paste everything in there again. Let's offset this. And let's pitch shift it down an octave. It's right here in the shift. Let's start them all again in sync. Let's change this loop type to oscillate, get more variety as it goes back and forth. That's sounding pretty good. Another thing we can do to kind of break this and make it feel less repetitive is let's give this track a lower probability. So this means for each note, it's got, right now, we've got 45% chance for each note to fire. And let's make this one stand out a little bit more too. Let's use synth 2. Everything else so far has been using synth 0. So let's switch this to synth 2, or sorry, synth 1 actually, starting from 0. Now, I don't love that, so let's try randomize. Now, randomize will randomize all of these synth values within certain constraints, and can get some pretty crazy things. So we'll probably want to hit randomize a few times until we arrive at something we like. Let's turn the probability up so that we can hear it more easily. Crazy. make it fade out slower. Try making it fade in slower too. Change the probability of these two other tracks as well. Let's give these a 70% chance of firing. This will help make it sound even more generative and less repetitive. Just let it play. It sounds kind of nice. There's a lot more we could do if we wanted to really dive in and make this even more generative and less repetitive, but for a very quick example, this is kind of sounding nice, and I could listen to this for a while. Kind of simple, pleasant ambient track. Live. There we go, pretty good for a first quick test.